It's showtime.
Good morning. Wake up. 32 degrees out there. Bundle up on your way out the door. I'll tell you more in just a moment. All right, Jamie. You ready? I don't know.
Good morning. I'm Jamie Cooper. This is Athens in the AM. It is a good-looking day to be in here. Not as cold as it has been. We got a special guest in here this morning, Andy.
Yes, sir.
No. Rita, what is your last name officially?
Hutchison Cobbs.
Hutchison Cobbs. So you got a hyphenated last name.
Yeah, afraid so.
Now, she's going to tell her story in just a moment. Joseph will be here just a moment. Dusty will be joining us
really
too in just a little bit. Rita, you lost over the last 8 years how much weight?
312 pounds.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I got to give her a right answer on that one.
No fad diets.
No.
300.
You know,
We're
they
going to
don't
talk
work
about
anyway.
that in the second half hour. 300. She carries her clothes around with her.
To show.
To show.
So,
Inspiration.
if you don't mind me getting a little personal as Joseph walks in here, how much, what did you weigh 8 years ago?
450 pounds.
What?
Wow.
Wow.
Good.
Unbelievable. I know. It's awesome.
You weighed 450 pounds.
Now, this was a time over 8 years.
Yes, I started my journey on January 1st of 2011. I made the decision I started making the decision in June of 2010. And then in October of 2010 is when I made the decision to actually go ahead and start the journey. But I wanted a start date, so I started January 1st of 2011.
We're going to hear all about that coming up here in an exclusive interview in the second half hour. But
Get
that's a
ready
lot.
to
But before we
take
do all
some
that, let's
notes.
go to the weather right now.
All right, 32 degrees outside. Yes, it is cold. Bundle up. You'll warm up. Today, though, no rain to talk about, so that's a good thing. I think we're all kind of rained out for sure. It's going to warm up quite nicely. Hope you got to see that moon a couple nights ago. It was beautiful. High temperatures today of 52, 53 degrees, 57 tomorrow with some rain. Luckily, no flurries, though. 45 for the high on Thursday and down to a high of only 36 on Friday. Hometown lenders, of course, you want to start the process to buy that new home. Go to SaveWithGloria.com. It's simple.
And Andy, I don't know if you can top that weight loss story this morning, but we're going to talk about how and the wonderful job they do getting people fitted for braces that actually fit you and help you. And all you people out there, I'm still designing, wearing my designer Hal bracelet on my knee. Helps me walk too, by the way. So anyway, besides the Bama game, how you been?
I've been good. Been good. Been staying busy. Business is good.
Awesome.
And we've got the Tennessee store going, and it's going real well, and just loving life.
We'll talk more about that in just a moment, too. Joseph will be seated over in just a moment. He's got a bucket list he just marked off. He'll tell us about his big excursion
He's good at
to
that.
Arizona. But first, let's go to sports right now. Zach's fired up. Zach, the Saints are mad.
Yes, they are. Welcome to ZTV 11 Sports, brought to you by KFC, the best fried chicken in Athens and Limestone County, and also by Applebee's Tailgate Talk. We'll be live from the Von Braun Center this Saturday. We'll be out over there with the Huntsville Habit with Clay Coleman and all those guys. So listen to us live. And I think they actually got a 3 o'clock Saturday event.
Who'd y'all interview this past Saturday?
Let me tell you, Todd was in on it. We interviewed Patrick Donahue, who's son of Ken Donahue, who was coach for years at Alabama and also at Tennessee. Well, I heard Tim say we had another guest, and he had to call somebody, and I could hear somebody say, hello. I'm like, that can't be who I think it is. And I didn't know we got in there, and it was Coach Gene Stallings. That was the biggest one I've ever interviewed, besides talking to you every day.
Yeah.
But that was, talking to Coach Stallings was unbelievable, and got to tell him about my little cousin that's got Down syndrome, and he was all excited about that. But he said, didn't you tell us, Todd, call us back anytime? I was like, Tim, don't lose that phone number. Because he said, I said, how you doing, Coach? He said, well, I'm 84 now. I've had 2 strokes and a heart attack, but I'm doing good.
Why didn't you ask him why he couldn't help us out about 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
I'll tell you. Well, we didn't have a chance to talk about the ball game.
Look, they may have to hire him back. Can't get nobody else to take a job.
Hey, if you're the last guy in the football building, turn out, because it looks like 80% of the staff will be new. When I go down to coaching clinic in April, I'll be like, who's that guy? But it's going to be different down there. But let's go with some other
Have we got
sports.
a chance for a winning season?
Yes, we do. let's talk about Mariah Taylor, who's getting ready for end up her career playing in her last Morgan County basketball tournament for Hartsville, and she's good. Let's just say she'll probably be getting a scholarship.
You know what her claim
She's
to
a
fame is,
3 times All-State. Her cousin's Star Orr.
Right, but
Played at Hartsville.
she's the only girl ever in the Morgan County basketball tournament to win Most Valuable Player as a freshman.
That's good. 3 times
Glad the rest of
All-State
that you'd
and
know.
twice been MVP of the county tournament. Hey, Auburn had a tough loss to Kentucky. They gave it all they had, and they lost. And Alabama gave it all they got. But when you miss 10 free throws, Jamie, you deserve to lose. 10. Come on, Todd. 10 free throws. That's when we call in ball games. Me and Todd out and about. That's our worst pet peeve, seeing people just constantly missing free throws. Practice, kids, practice. Hey, the Rams made it to the Super Bowl, and if anybody hasn't seen that play, that's the worst non-call I've ever seen in my life. I mean, the referees, the officials call Sean Payton and apologize. What's good is that going to do? There's a rule Roger Goodell could have enforced where he could have changed that or made them replay. What they should have done, there was a referee, if you go back and look at the picture, referee's looking right at the play. Did not call it. It was a mugging. It should have been a pass interference and helmet to helmet. But, oh well, the Rams are in. And then also, that was an overtime game. And what a great game, Patriots and the Chiefs overtime. And the Patriots, Tom Brady, he's the GOAT. I mean, you can't. Yeah, Gloria was all happy. I said, all the women are happy. They get to see Tom Brady one more time.
Say it, Zach.
What?
Back to you.
Oh, Jamie, back to you.
All right, everybody watch that game. It says here, Joseph, good to have you back in action. How was you? You get on your trip in just a second. It says here, Rule 17, Section 2, Article 1, as noted by the Pro Football Talk, does exist. The commissioner has the sole authority to investigate and take appropriate disciplinary and or corrective measures if any club action, non-participant interference, or calamity occurs in an NFL game which the commissioner deems so extraordinarily unfair to outside the accepted tactics encountered in professional football that such action has a major effect on the result of the game. He could say the Saints go instead of the Rams.
But he's not going to do that.
Not.
Would it help anybody if he fired the ref?
Gosh.
Oh, there was somebody on that first tape with Mike Greenberg on ESPN. Dan Olasky used to play quarterback for the Lions, and he said they ought to do kind of like background checks. You know, kind of discriminate against the older people. Said if you can't run down the field or pass any agility test or
Zach, I take that
they'll get
personally.
rid of them.
Well, I mean, if you can't do the job, you shouldn't be able
No,
to
what
have
they
it.
need to do, now I'll get off of this here, is in the
Within
last 2 minutes of a game,
last 2 minutes of the game, anything can be.
you could have all penalties should be
Absolutely.
reviewed,
That's what
just
I
like a
agree
bad
on.
play. Well, how was your trip?
Oh, we had an awesome trip. Good flights, good weather. I was trying to keep it kind of on the download. That was a surprise Christmas gift, and it's been a bucket list of mine. I went back and looked.
Well, first of all, tell everybody where you went.
Scottsdale, Arizona, to the Barrett Jackson auction.
Cool.
And that had been a bucket list of mine for 20 years. I went back and looked at when they first started airing, and it was
He's a
about
big card buff, Rita.
98 was when the TV, it was when they first started televising it. And so I told my wife, I said, I've been watching it every year and dreaming of one day being there. And then to get to be on the stage.
Oh, yeah, listen
If you want me to
this.
save that part,
How did you get up there? Did you ask him or did
Leave
you?
it to
she
Joseph.
bought us VIP packages, and part of that was that we got to be in the skybox, the luxury lounge with food and drinks, and then we got to be on the
So
stage.
once you sobered up,
So I couldn't believe it. I mean, I was like, I said, somebody pinch me because this is not happening. And I didn't think that Mustang, the 2020 Shelby, was going to go across the stage until Saturday night. And I knew it would be too crowded. So I'm up on the stage, I'm just kind of milling around, having a good time. But all of a sudden, I see this wave of people start to come up, and all of these Ford execs. And here comes the Shelby. And I thought, well, I can't get off the stage now. and then it, sells for a couple of million. So I was.
some chill bumps.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
a
getting
little
them right
thing.
now thinking about it.
Really?
Well, it's
He
like,
did not drive
Let me
it
take
home.
a break. We'll come back later.
It sold for what, 1.1 million?
I think it was 1.2 million, something like
You need,
that.
you need a bathroom break?
No, I'm okay.
We'll come back and play Rita's favorite game this time in the morning. Judge Jamie. Y'all, hang on. Let's go, Zach. And now it's time to play Judge Jamie on a crystal clear morning in Athens, Alabama, and all you millions playing worldwide this morning. This, Rita, is brought to you by Zeke. Can you hear me now? Locations all over North Alabama.
And he's
What was the
not
right
coming.
answer?
And if he ain't here, he'll be with us soon.
No, he's not.
And this is a wrong answer. This is a right answer. I'm going to ask questions. I've scanned the papers this morning and websites, and Andy is a multi-winner up here. He's one of our reigning champions. The winner wins a can of Vienna sausages. Are they on your diet?
All right.
The reason why? My hometown of New York used to be called Vienna before the Yankees burned it. Not after the sausage, but after they got part of it. Yesterday, of course, was Martin Luther King Jr. Day. How old? His birthday was the 15th. Would Martin Luther King Jr. be on his birthday?
92.
Close enough. 90 is the correct answer. He's the same age as my dad. His birthday would be next week.
Hey, did you see what Florida State did? They got burned about it, and they pulled it off their website.
No, Zach, I didn't.
Yeah, okay. I didn't say because I thought it might have been one of your questions. But they had him looking like he was doing the tomahawk chop and put one of these Florida State gloves on him, and they had one of his sayings on it, and they said they got ridiculed big time. They pulled it off within an hour or so.
All right, Zach, that's not the question coming up. Here's the real question on the Martin Luther King Jr. Big celebrations of this. What was Martin Luther King Jr.'s real name?
I thought that's what it was.
I saw that the other day.
I did too.
Maxwell.
He was born in the first 5 years of his life. His name was Michael King. And then on his birth certificate, when they did it 5 years later, they changed it to Martin Luther King Jr. His daddy's name was Michael also. He was a big preacher at the time. There's a new sport indicator that you're probably participating in over on the Iceplex.
Oh, I know.
It's curling.
Yeah.
Curling 101. Have you played?
No, but I want to.
It's curling 101. How many people are on a curling team?
4.
That is the right answer. How much does a pair of curling shoes cost?
$200.
About 80 or 90 bucks. But here are some of the real questions here. How much does the granite stone that they refer to as a rock, when you push it, how much does it weigh?
90 pounds.
50 pounds.
150 pounds.
40.
30, it weighs 38
I was going to say 40. I was going to say
Okay, you
40.
said
There you
40.
go.
All right, well, that's the right answer. We'll let you have that right there. What year was curling officially started?
1948.
Or just started?
Started curling.
1928.
Said 1948.
1511.
I think Joseph way
It's
off.
one of the
I would
oldest-
never have thought
it's one of
that.
the oldest sports ever.
I'm way behind because I've never heard of it.
You know what it is?
No.
Yes.
You ain't never watched it?
Oh, come on. the
Come on,
Olympics.
Andy.
When they got the little brush, you got the polished ice slick, and you got to push this stone to the other end.
Never seen that.
It's a lot of
Never,
work.
yeah.
Andy!
Never seen it.
What's the other game that you play?
Go search
like
that.
shuffleboard.
Shuffleboard.
But on
It's
ice.
kind of like shuffleboard, except on ice.
Huh, okay.
Come on,
No.
Andy.
That's a new one on me. New one on
We
me.
need to all go. That's what we need to do.
Super Bowl ads are selling for about, a little bit more we charge here on Cooper Company for about 5.2 million this year for a 30-second ad. A 60-second ad was rejected by CBS. Wow.
It's probably something about Donald Trump.
Country Rover story.
Vienna sausages,
A
probably.
Super Bowl ad on medical marijuana was not allowed to run.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Wow.
They turned down something?
Yep, turned it down because it was not allowed to run.
Huh.
What is the newest? Okay, here we go. What is the newest? You will know this one, Carman.
Maybe.
What is the newest SUV on the market this year?
Lamborghini.
Not close, but wrong. Know it all.
Well, they've got a new one out, but that might not be the one.
Bentley's got one out.
What?
Bentley's got one out.
What? How much does it cost?
about 330,000.
I'm gonna let you have it, because this is the Rolls Royce Cullinan.
Oh yeah, yeah.
300, and only you could afford one like that. $325,000, Joseph. Weighs 5,984 pounds. Has a 6.75 liter V12 twin turbo engine.
A V12 twin turbo.
I could carry golf clubs in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
17 and a half feet long, 7 feet wide, and more than 6 feet tall.
Oh, that would fit Gary.
I'm surprised I didn't see one of those at Brad Jackson.
You know what?
I needed
They said
red.
it's larger than a milk truck.
Good.
I definitely could carry golf
You
clubs
need
in
to
that.
trade in the Hummer on that.
Don't
That's
give me
you.
the
We're
ideas.
going to start a GoFundMe page,
No, we're not.
and we're going to start. Jamie Cooper's going to trade the Hummer in and get a Rolls Royce SUV.
You know, they got a dealership in Nashville now.
Rose does?
Yeah, Rolls and Bentley. Actually, it's in Franklin.
Really?
Yep.
Next time up there,
Wow.
which I'm supposed to be heading that way with Tanya and Vince here before long, we'll have to go. What is the newest thing, and you may know this
We'll have to
too,
go see it.
since your wife's a realtor, what is the newest thing people want in their bathrooms now?
A TV.
I thought they already had that.
Yeah.
I was going to say
Wi-Fi.
phone, but
Wi-Fi.
I currently have one in my bathroom now.
Uh-oh.
oh dear.
Never used it, except to drink out of.
Oh, that's one of them that they have in Europe.
Bidet.
There you go.
I'd say
They're the
refrigerator.
newest thing going.
I thought that had been around for
It
years.
is, but now people are just experiencing it
Oh.
now. It's the, says here,
Stay in the hotel.
the butt cleaning bowls and seats. Now you can get,
Sweet
you can
Lord.
get regular. There's a guy's got a bidet in his house too. The thing about now, you can set them over your toilet now. They got these cheaper versions, and you can experience.
Oh, wow.
They say
Wow.
once you try it, you never go back.
My
It's
goodness.
like a different side of the wild thing. All right, here we go. All right, that was the easy question. Get a hold of yourself, Rita.
Oh, man.
Oh, this is way too much fun. Can I come back every time we do this?
Yesterday was Martin Luther King Jr., but there was another day yesterday. What was yesterday referred to as? But that has nothing to do with Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
I know.
Robert E. Lee Day?
They're trying to do away with that.
I know.
Yesterday is referred to Blue Monday.
Monday. The most depressing day.
Because your
of the
bills
year.
come in from Christmas.
That's one of the reasons. And you started your weight loss program on January 1st, 8 years ago, right? You've lost.
It was
you lost 300 pounds since then. That's raised your problem. But anyway, it says in Blue Monday, Lori read the story too. Most depressing day of the year. It's third Monday of the month. Your battered bank account. You're in debt. The weather and the motivation. You're depressed, and you need to start reducing your alcohol level.
I wasn't depressed at all yesterday.
And that was
No.
neither.
It's a good day.
It was a good
I
day
didn't feel good
yesterday.
yesterday.
The world's largest
Feel good.
recorded white shark was spotted. They got some pictures.
That
How
was a
big
great
was
story.
it? 50 years old.
30 feet long.
20 feet long, 50 years old. How much does it weigh? There's a picture.
2 tons.
2.5 ton. Right, Joseph, way to go. All right, here's
That
one
video
right
was
here.
beautiful.
What term, Dusty, listen up. What term the people at Google a year ago got complaints about and were told not to use anymore among their staff? Because it was offensive.
Amazon.
It's
It
pretty
was
ridiculous.
offensive, homophobic, and excluded a lot of their unmarried people that worked there, especially the transgenders.
Family.
I ain't unmarried. I'm unmarried, but I'm not. Don't mention me with them.
What was the word?
Family.
The term family, way to go, Todd, was not to
Wow.
be used by Google employees because it was offensive.
What?
Oh,
Family?
good Lord.
Family,
Ridiculous.
that's right.
Yeah.
Family. Zach,
Being crazy is
Zach, one right up your
not
alley.
even strong enough.
That's crazy, bro.
It doesn't matter what
Wow.
you like.
In
you
a
still have
new
family.
book from Korean finance guru Soo Young Lee,
Say that name again, John.
Soo Young
There
Lee,
you go.
I got it right, Soo Young Lee, what is her secret to wealth?
Shoes.
And her book is out for $20. What'd you say?
You always have the
Shoes.
right shoes. You can do anything.
It's
right?
called The Having, and it's available for $20. There's a picture of Zach. She may be single.
Oh, that might work.
She coming close by or something? She little?
What's her secret to money?
Single.
Probably.
No children? I don't know.
The secret to becoming rich, Andy, is pretending you're wealthy no matter what's in your wallet,
Okay, that was my second.
and have positive energy every day.
Oh,
There you go, Zach. You're
yeah,
How's
You know
that
we
going
had
for me?
silence. Did you hear
9-2.
the silence in this group?
All right, there's a thing, social needs. All you people, y'all may know this, I didn't. All right, it says here, solo cups. Y'all know what they are, the red solo cups?
Yeah.
What are the
It's one of my
lines
favorite
for on a
songs.
solo cup?
I did not know that until I saw the article.
They're graduated, like how many ounces?
For what?
Shots?
That was my thought.
I'm going to let you have that.
That was my
I'm
thought.
guessing.
Wine, beer, and whiskey.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my thought.
And that's what they were made
Wine
for?
and beer.
In Chinese food,
You
the
not heard the
container.
song?
What is that container?
I'll tell you later.
The container, you get your Chinese food in and you eat it.
it's a little cardboard box.
Right, it's a cardboard
It's a
box.
plate.
It's a plate.
But you have it in. It's a plate you're supposed to.
Oh,
Put
wow.
up and it's a plate.
I never knew that.
I
don't know.
either.
Did not know
Wow.
that either.
Did y'all know that?
Nope.
No.
Well, if you unfold it like
that.
that, it's going to spill everywhere.
You're so full of wisdom today, Jamie.
What do they
Wow.
call on a Kit Kat bar? What are the sections called?
Pieces.
Dividers.
The sections.
Yeah, those things you buy
Oh,
off the
okay.
Sticks?
I just.
Portions
I'm not a big
is what I
Kit
would
Kat
say.
fan.
Fingers.
Fingers.
But I
Fingers.
saved the best one for last.
See on the back of the
Fingers.
package, it says fingers.
Candy
I
corn.
didn't know that, bro.
Candy corn. Why is it called candy corn?
Because it's
They're
candy.
shaped like pieces of corn.
Because it looks like a
Corn.
piece of corn.
Because when you put it together,
When you
you
stack,
stack them, it looks like a little corn.
Okay, it takes the time to do that.
You know, that's like the #1 seller in
Wow.
Alabama at Walmart.
Yeah, but
Well, yeah. There's two things
They're
I'm probably
good.
going to buy: Kit Kat and candy corn.
How many people as of
Not on your
today
back.
have actually qualified to run for president in 2 years?
10 for Democrat.
12.
many.
1 for Republican.
One.
470.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
Wow.
Serious.
2 years ago,
Wow.
1,777 ran for president.
Oh,
Are you? I don't remember all them names on
because they don't have enough money to let everyone know.
An Iowa man won the lottery. His name was Taylor Heath the other day. How much money did he win?
1.5 million.
He won it on a scratch off.
60 million.
3 million.
He won $1. How did he want it to be presented to him?
In pennies.
In pennies.
Oh, I don't know.
Dimes.
On a big check. He said he
That's
spent it on a
hilarious.
half a gallon of gas.
So it costs more for the
All right,
check.
last question, Harry.
That's hilarious.
Last question. Pay attention here. Here we go. Y'all know our dog Ziggy is an emotional support animal. She
Okay.
weighs 3 pounds, so we can carry her anywhere we want to except at church. Dusty ain't exactly said
Up
we
to snuff on
can't
the
yet,
rules.
but he ain't exactly, you know.
I'd
If I only get her
I'd
to say
no on
amen,
that.
he'll be okay with it.
What?
You'd open the
She wouldn't bark too
floodgates.
much during the music or
It'd
the
be an
song.
you go,
amen.
Hey man, let me see where I can't remember where he's from. Anyway, he's in Pennsylvania. He bought an animal when it was 12 inches as a baby. He now has it as an emotional support, and he says that it has a calming effect on people, and he often takes it to the nursing homes and other people to pet it and everything. What is it? He's got
Rattlesnake.
What is it?
Rattlesnake.
His name's Wally.
A boa constrictor.
No.
No.
I was going to say snake. So.
It's a reptile.
Alligator.
Iguana?
It's an alligator. That is the right answer.
Look at
Heck
He
no.
sleeps with him.
Heck no.
Is it full grown?
Yeah, it is now, but it
That's
ain't no great
calming.
big. It's like, I don't know, 7 8
Oh,
feet.
well, that's big.
Yeah, I want that crawling around the back
That's
seat of my
big.
car.
If it fits in the
Yeah.
back seat, look at that.
Yeah.
No.
Wow.
Yours.
Wally.
Wally.
There
Wow.
you go.
I
Well,
don't
Rita,
think that
thanks for
would be
playing this
calming.
morning.
Yeah, I got one.
All right, we'll take a break and come right back. Y'all, hang on.
And welcome back. Let's quickly go over that forecast. 32 degrees out there right now, so dress warm on your way out to catch that bus or on your way to work. No rain to worry about today, so that's a good thing. Maybe things will dry out just a little bit because we do have it in the forecast. High temperatures today around 52, 53 degrees. Tomorrow rain in 57, 45 and full sunshine on Thursday, and it looks like we'll have some dry days for the next several over the weekend anyway. SaveWithGloria.com. Hometown lenders would love to help you with that new mortgage. Get set up.
I'll tell you somebody else would help you out too. HAL, H-A-L, right down the road.
right.
The best way to describe it on Highway 72 is right before you get to 306. They're right there on the left.
That's right.
You ain't there a whole lot, though, are you?
No, I stay in the Pulaski area.
They just opened up there a couple of months ago. We're talking about HAL because every week we're talking about braces like I'm wearing one now. It's helped my new knee tremendously. You know, I guess, Andy, we go over the same thing every week, but people need to understand they get a brace from you guys, you're going to get adjusted and everything for them.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's like we had a lady come in the Pulaski store the other day. She'd been to the doctor somewhere in Nashville, and they gave her her prescription, and she just walked in the door and left with her back brace on. Everything was fitted, taken care of. We verified her insurance, and within about 30 minutes, she was out the door with the back brace.
Now, most people, though, you got to, like they're having a brace, whether it be a shoulder, a knee, or whatever, the doctor that they're using is going to recommend they get the brace from them. But they don't have to do that.
No, they
if
don't.
They know how.
No. Your patient bill of rights that was passed several years ago gives their patient a choice. They get to choose their medical provider. They don't have to go where their doctor wants them to go.
Which is important because of service.
Absolutely, absolutely. Because you know, we're 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. There's, you know, you call HAL Medical, somebody's going to answer the phone, and there's going to be somebody on call. And, you know, and if it's a physician practice, you know, they're going to be on call for surgeries or ER call or something like
Not
that.
for
But
a brace.
no, you're not going to get anything done for your brace.
I guess that's one of the things that astonishes me the most about working with you guys over there with Jason and Jonathan and Charlie and you is that they've got a call. They're at a hospital. They're at somebody's house in Madison, Huntsville, Hartsville, Decatur, Pulaski, wherever. You're always going and taking care of that individual customer.
Right, absolutely. Yeah, I was in a lady's house Friday to put her brace on. She'd gotten discharged from the hospital a little sooner than what she thought she was, and, you know, said, no problem, let's come to your house.
It's like the artificial limbs. A lot of times people don't want to get out.
No, they
They're
don't.
not comfortable.
No.
It's not easy for them to travel.
You know, and then if, say, somebody gets an amputation at the hospital, then they get sent to rehab. Well, then it's the rehab facility's responsibility to figure out how to get them to the prosthetic company. Well, with us, you know, y'all seen our van. They just go to the patient.
Well, the
convenient,
thing about
so
it, what all
convenient.
kind of braces do you guys sell at all y'all's locations and online?
Really,
What don't we
Jamie,
sell?
any kind of brace for any part of the body, we've got it. And it's available in the stores, online at Brace Yourself, and really anything any brace we can get.
From Pee Wee, Little League playing,
Yes,
you know,
yeah,
any kind
yeah,
of sports.
yeah.
And
all the way up.
veterans too, if you've
Yeah.
got a prosthetic and you need to get it, whatever, that's what Jonathan kind of started out doing.
Yes. Yeah, he still does that. And of course, as you know, Jonathan is a service-disabled veteran, so we're a service-disabled veteran-owned company. And so we do business with VAs all across the country. And they're calling in every day, and all of our products are on the GSA contract, so it makes it real easy for their folks in the facilities to order because it's just right there on the contract, and they pull it up and give us a call, and it gets shipped to them.
Diabetic shoes as well.
Yes, diabetic shoes. You was talking about the pediatrics, yeah, like the little walking boots and stuff. I mean, you know, they call Wee Walkers. You know, you got something about,
Really?
you know, that's not about that big. But, you know,
You guys handle
We
it all.
walk.
yeah.
We walk.
Well, I know the brace I got certainly has helped my new knee out. I
has.
can't run yet.
Yeah.
I don't
Well, you
know.
couldn't
There
run
it is right there.
before.
Boy, it looks good on me too.
But-
That's the #1 talked about item at Lindsay Lane Baptist Church.
When you take that brace off, are you going to want to run?
Anything else we need to know about how, Andy?
No, I guess we're good.
If you want to hang around, you're going to find out how one lady from Hartsville lost 300 pounds.
All right.
Yeah,
Good
so we'll
deal.
talk about that in just a
Amazing
moment.
story.
Y'all hang on. All right, Dusty up here. He's all banged up this morning too. Dusty, you're up here
Yeah.
talking about what not to do to lose weight.
That's exactly right.
He's wearing a great
Hey,
shirt.
I'm a professional on
Rita,
that.
we're going to get your story in just a moment. Joseph's going to chime in on it too. We got a lot of stuff to hear from Joseph, I know, coming up Thursday. What's happening at the church tomorrow night?
We're having a Unity in the Community service tomorrow night. It's going to be an awesome time to bring our churches together, different denominations and churches, and just have a good time worshiping the Lord and together with all that's going on in our nation, the divisions, the economy that's going on now. We just been doing this for several years, but really just excited about tomorrow night. I really am. 6:30. So come join us. Great music. We have the Round Island Creek Male Choir.
Oh, they're awesome.
Is going to be singing. Frank Travis is kind of leading that. And it's just going to be a great time. Kenny Baskins, First United Methodist, will be the speaker. And so it's going to be a great time for the community.
What time's that starting?
6:30.
6:30.
So I know Jamie will be there probably getting some film.
Oh, yeah. Anyway. All right, Joe. All right, Rita.
All right, what we've been waiting for.
I read your story in Decatur Daily, which is phenomenal.
Thank you.
Let's back up a little bit. I know I asked you in the beginning. 8 years ago, January 1st, you weighed what?
450 pounds.
That is
that
just
right?
unbelievable.
It is, isn't it?
450 pounds. What was your health like then?
I had every medication. I was taking medication for diabetes. I was fixing to get an insulin pump. I had trouble with my knees. We thought I was going to need knee replacements. I was taking medication for asthma. I was taking allergy shots twice a week. One was an enhancer that cost $2,000 just to, and I had to be approved every week. Then I was taking medications for not only my thyroid, which I still have to take today, that's the only one that I have to take, but I was taking other medications just to function for fibromyalgia, for just the immune system, for kidneys to function.
Had you always been heavy?
No. As a teenager, I was very active, gymnastics, swimming, swim team, dive team, so forth. And then I got married young, and then I just got inactive, a different lifestyle.
So a sedentary lifestyle led you to gain that much. What would you eat on?
A daily basis. What would be?
Well, people
Back
people used to tease me. They would say, "Oh, did you like hide food? Did you eat off other people's plate?" And I was like, "No, I got my own plate. Thank you very much." No, I love to cook. I would cook like Paula Deen and Rachel Ray, and I would cook pastas and cheeses and desserts. We had a homemade dessert every single night.
Oh, wow.
But
Dusty,
nothing,
you'd be right up. It'd be
Oh, my word.
nothing was wrong with
I'd be
those
giving
people.
testimony in a few weeks.
Nothing was wrong with those cooks or those recipes, but I had no portion control. I would sample while I was eating, cooking, and I would eat, the different portions or whatever, and then I'd go back for more. I had no control.
Were you constantly hungry?
No, that was it. I just ate all the
Just ate
time.
because you enjoyed
Yes, and I loved, all the desserts that I made, and I still make homemade desserts, but I cook differently. I still make pastas and sauces, but I cook differently than I did before. And that's something that had to be learned.
Now, you
Totally
had the
learned.
surgery.
I did. I did have surgery. I qualified for surgery, and I started gaining the weight back. I lost 70 pounds, and I started gaining the weight back, and it scared me. I didn't like the idea of me being that weight again, and so I tried some other diets, and nothing ever worked. And so a family member came over, and she was telling me about all the health issues that she had. She was telling me about all the medications that she was taking, and I had lost my father. And it was just a wake-up call. I was sitting there listening, and I was like, oh my gosh, Daddy had all these diagnoses, and he died at 82. But cancer, she did not have cancer. And I was like, she's 10 years older than I am. I don't want to be this person. I don't want this to happen to me. So I went to my family doctor, who happens to be here in Athens, and I was like, okay, I need to know, is it a health issue that I'm overweight? So she did tests, so forth, and the short of it was, there was nothing wrong. It was the fork to the mouth. And so I decided that I needed to make some decisions, and I'm a planner.
Okay.
So I started in October of 2010 to make the decision that January 1st of 2011, I would give up sodas for 30 days. And I was not a person with confidence. I was in a very bad situation, a very bad home, a very bad marriage. And I just did not have any confidence in myself. And so when I did that for 30 days and I lost 9 pounds,
Show
my
those pictures
confidence
again,
started
Brad.
increasing.
Brad, show that picture again.
You look like a totally different
Good
person.
The
night.
picture with the green blouse was in July of 2010. The picture with the black, which I brought the black blouse, I had just lost 30 pounds. That was in March of 2011. And then the picture in the middle was just a year ago.
Well, let's see them.
Okay.
Show us your clothing.
These are everyone loves these pants because everybody asked that I used to work with. If I brought.
Dang.
That is
Those
unbelievable.
would fit Dusty.
Yeah, we call these the Jasmine
Yeah, they
pants.
will.
I can stand in one leg.
Wow.
My goodness.
Yeah, they're pants.
Look at that. What size is those?
These are 36s, I think.
36.
I wore 5'6". I wore a 5X to 6X. If I could find them.
36, I couldn't even get in.
Don't hold them too close. They've been in like the bathroom. What did he say?
I said, it's 36. I couldn't even get in them.
Dustin,
38.
that's men's size,
Oh, okay.
sweetie. Men's size, I don't know.
Good. Boy, I was scared.
Men's,
Yeah, you can't get in
I
there.
think men's size maybe a 56. I don't know,
I feel better now.
You can wear them shorts and them hang down by your knees.
Some knickers.
Zach to
Be
wear
like
shorts.
knickers. Okay, golf in them.
You know, it's easy to laugh now, but I bet you weren't laughing too much then.
Well, I was a very happy, bubbly person. And
need to be a very
actually,
well-known.
Dusty and I know some of the same people that knew me when I was overweight, and I was very, very happy and, bubbly, but I wasn't healthy. I was not. And I have a son with special needs, and I wanted to live to take care. I hate to sound selfish, but I wanted to live and take care of him. And now that I take care of my mom, she's 88, and I want to live to take care of them. I'm the caregiver. I'm the person that does this, and I want to be around to take care of them. So my life started changing. So after the 30 days, I started looking at food. And I tried a couple of different, more vegetarian, vegan style, and I decided I loved eggs and fish. I love all of my friends that are vegan, I'm just saying. But I love eggs and I love fish, and so I started changing my food. I have not had another soda. I primarily drink coffee, and I drink water, a lot of water. But I go more toward protein and vegetables.
So you
and
do eat
fruit.
meat?
She
I
eats
do
real
eat meat.
food.
I eat real food. I post pictures all the time. Oh, you know it. These are some new recipes I'm trying, and of course no fat. And each year I have a challenge for myself. Each year, like 2015, I joined a gym. 2012, I started running. So 2015 I joined a gym. Then in this year is balance and flexibility. Then this year's food is dumping sugar.
So you didn't immediately start, like everybody does a diet, I'm going to diet, I'm going to exercise, and then you just torture yourself, and then before the month's over, you quit because you're so disappointed in everything. So you started out small and you're realistic
We just did a
goals.
thing that yesterday was Monday, the most depressing, Blue Monday, the most
Supposed to
depressing day of the year because people gave up on their exercise goals.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say a while ago.
And that leads into that. How did you keep going, and what is the secret not to back off like most people do?
I took one step at a time, 1 pound at a time, and I set a goal of 5 pounds. And when I reached that 5 pounds, I had a non-food reward. And it might have been something simple, very small. And then when I lost 100 pounds, I had a goal. This was one of the dresses that I bought myself when I lost 100 pounds. And this dress is a size 32. Wow. So I would have goals, different things that I would set for myself. The other thing I started, and I just showed to Gloria, is I started on day one, and I wrote down 3 things that I was thankful for every single day. And and I think Dusty could even speak a little bit more about that. When you start writing down your blessings and you start writing down things that you're thankful for, it changes your perspective and it builds your confidence no matter what your goals and your dreams are. But when it comes to weight, you can't say, I'm going to lose 50 pounds, I'm going to lose 100 pounds. You've got to start with 5. You might have to start with 1.
Now, are you still losing weight?
Well, that's the ironic thing is I lost 2 pounds last year, and I'm not sure how that happened.
You only lost 2 pounds last year?
I know. I've lost 312 pounds now.
Now, you joined the gym, but now you're teaching
Yes.
Silver Sneakers, does you? Mean right up our
She
alley.
actually
yeah.
started
Well,
working.
now, what exactly is it, and what do you do?
Okay, I started going to the gym. I found out I could go, work there, get paid, and go for free in 2015. And so then we started this program called Silver Sneakers, and it's a nationally funded program. There's a couple of pictures of my classes. And I'm very passionate about this program. The reason is it's not just for senior adults. This program is also for people that may be intimidated from classes and don't feel comfortable going to another class. And they start with mine. Also, people that are trying to lose weight and get started, no matter what their age. I think the youngest I've had has been 19. And then also people that are my age and older come to the class. And we start with a chair. And they can stay in the chair the whole time, or they can move up to, I give them like 2 other options. And my classes, one of the classes, Indicator, we started with 4 people. I had 42 last week. And so that class has gone to 3 days a week, from twice a week to 3 days. And then in Hartselle, I have 2 classes on Tuesday, Thursday. It moved from...
What is your health now?
I only take a thyroid pill, which I'll take for the rest of my life, which is fairly common, and that's it.
So, what do you not eat? What for the people at home?
We were talking about this earlier.
What are some of the best things that Dusty does not need to eat?
Exactly.
I can reform
Sweets
his
every
church. We were talking about buffets earlier. I do not do fat. I love to take a recipe that calls for fat. Gloria and I were talking about this earlier. I love to take a recipe that has fat and so forth in it and then totally change it. I don't use fat in my cooking. I don't have oil in the house. I've totally changed that aspect of my cooking completely. That's one thing that I do not eat.
If something needs a little bit of sweetness, you can add applesauce. I mean, you've
That's
learned
the
to
thing that I
change.
do. If I'm baking, I use applesauce instead of oil. That is one of my favorite.
Really?
The other thing is that it's become a joke is that I do not have mayo in the house. I haven't had mayo in about 5 years.
You mean
And-
mayonnaise?
Mayonnaise.
Nope.
Real
Do
stuff.
not have.
Oh,
no.
man.
I
No
get that
way.
reaction.
I'm just going to be happy.
Yeah, I'm probably going to get in trouble for saying this, but I'm single, and that's one of the first things that happens is when a guy comes along and is like, "You don't have mayo," he's gone. He like leaves.
Mayo and blue bell. I mean,
Can
you
we
got to
eat peanut
have.
butter?
Okay, well, that's another thing. I have soy butter and sun butter because I'm highly allergic to nuts.
Okay, well,
But it's the same, but it has a lot of protein in it. But as far as mayo is concerned, I have a great recipe, and I'm going to go ahead and share it because it's one of my son's favorite, is we take 16 ounces of fat-free sour cream and 1 package of Hidden Valley Ranch. Mix it together, and it's a great dip, it's a great spread, it's a great salad dressing. And it's 0 calories.
And if you like sour cream, another thing you could do is take cottage cheese and blend it with some lemon, and it tastes just like sour cream.
What's the future hold for you, Rita? What's your plan to go forward?
Well, everyone has kind of laughed this year because I've had all these big goals. I've run my marathon. I have done all these big events and so forth since 2011. And so this year they asked what my fitness goal was, and it's flexibility and balance. I'm going to really focus on yoga. I'm also a certified yoga instructor. And so I want to work on those aspects for my future. As I get older, I want to be more balanced, more flexible. Falling is going to be an issue as I get older. But then food, I really want to focus on dumping sugar.
Can most people do what you did? And
Yes.
what's the one thing they have to learn to do?
They have to take that first step. They have to change their attitude. They've got to decide. They've got to choose to be happy. They've got to make the decision that joy is going to be a part of their life. They've got to do it for themselves. That's their first step. Then they've got to find out what's their why story. What is their why story? What is going to be their ultimate goal in doing this? It can't be just about them. They've got to find out what their why story is going to be, and they've got to make that first step. I do encourage that if you're going to do a weight loss program, whatever it may be, you've got to do fitness with it. That is my only regret, is that when I decided to lose weight, that I didn't do fitness with it. I waited another year and a half to do that.
You started
Let me stop right
exercising.
there. Joseph, coming
Even
up on
just
Thursday,
walking.
you can tell us about your bucket list, which was in Arizona. You had a wonderful
Yes.
time.
We did. I'll have some more pictures to show, but we had a great time. It was trip of a lifetime. Not only the cars, but to experience that with my wife and my son. You know, my son and I have been car guys since he played with Hot Wheels when he was little, and so it was just such a thrill to be there. And the people were so friendly and so kind and so nice to you. And I mean, that wasn't just because we had the VIP package. It didn't matter whether you were in the bathroom or walking in or the greeters at the gate. It was incredible.
We'll hear more about that Thursday. It's coming up Wednesday night at church, Dusty.
Unity in the community. It's coming tomorrow night, by the way, at 6:30. It'll be a great time for the community, so it'll be a good crowd.
You do this every year.
Yeah, we've done it. We skipped a few years. We did it last year. Had a big monsoon last year during this. So the weather's going to be good tomorrow night. So just come out and bring a friend and just meet people in our community. We're a community church, and so we love all of our friendly sister churches, and so we're going to have a good time together.
And talking about the men's conference coming up on that.
Yeah. Men's conference coming up on February the 8th. Joel Carwile and Tim Anderson and myself. Grounded is the theme. And so it's going to be an awesome time. Got some awesome prizes.
Oh, they do?
Oh, yeah. I mean, some good ones. These have got a
Tim
list.
hadn't informed me yet if I'm working that night. So
Is that right? Yeah.
I know I've worked the last two, but I don't
Yeah.
know if he's going to use me or not. So I don't know. I'll have to reach out to him, get him on the show. All right, Rita, as we wrap this interview up, thanks for coming up.
Thank
look
you for
amazing.
having me. I love it.
What
This
are you,
has been
35?
fun. Oh, wow. I will be 55 next month.
55 next month.
No, milestone.
You know, my problem
Dad.
with gaining weight is eating, like 9 o'clock.
Eating
At
at
9
night.
o'clock, I'm eating, it's like, if I eat early, but about 9, I have to have something to eat, snack, and
Plan
this
of
Bluebell,
protein. Oh, no, no,
that
no
kind of
ice
stuff.
cream.
Well, he eats ice cream and cake.
I do. I love ice cream. But anyway,
Not at 9 o'clock at night.
that's a habit that I have to break, right?
Yes, you do. Protein. Eat a protein.
Rita,
Protein,
what
okay.
advice have you got to somebody out there right now that's watching us, watching you tell this amazing story, and they're overweight? What do they need to do?
Make the decision.
Go see Rita.
Yes.
Go join one
Yes.
of her classes and just talk to her. She's
So
such
there
an
is hope for
inspiration.
everybody.
There is, and I'm online. Look me up. I don't charge. Just talk to me because I'm more than willing to tell my story and listen.
Don't let Dusty take your Snickers out.
Yeah, Dusty cannot give me an excuse. I won't listen.
I started yesterday. I started mine yesterday.
Rita, thanks for coming up. That's a great story.
Thank
I'm glad
you.
Gloria reached out to you and got you up on the program. All right, we'll get out here for today. We'll see y'all later this week.
Bye.